Stitchers, I'm Laura and I'm here today with my July WIP parade. I can't believe it's almost July. If you are new here, I started the year with about 180 WIPs and I came up with a plan so that I could stitch on each one this year and evaluate where I am with things. So I divided them into groups by their size, and then I divided those out further into groups by month. And I spend the first half of the month stitching on each of my WIPs in the group. Plus, I'm doing WIP Go, and so I have a couple of extra things for that. So I'm going to jump in and show you what I have up for July. My first one is Use What Talents You Possess by All Through the Night. And I have this beautiful piece of fabric. I probably am not going to be good with telling you what kinds of fabrics and things I have. I have 28 count lilac cashel from Fabrics by Stephanie on this one. So it's this beautiful light purple. And I have the words in the middle done, but that's it. I still need to do the border all the way around it and the two birds in their trees on either side. Okay, and you'll see a lot of little Love You More sleeves. I have several of these ready and going to help hold my projects. Then next up, I have Primitive Star from You and I and Friends. I love this one. I just haven't ever gotten very far. In fact, I just started it. And that's how far I am. This is a kit probably from the 90s, I would guess. And this one I have in a sleeve we called Pop Dots. And I actually sent a sleeve just like this out to Doreen, who won one of our giveaways. And we stitched a project she finished way before me. Next up, this is called P's and Q's. I love this. And it's from the Cricut collection. And I just have a start on it. I have this much. I started this last year for Keisha's birthday because I thought it would make her laugh that I had that piece. And she did agree that yes, it made her laugh. This one I have in a beautiful project bag by Judy. And she put a gorgeous button on here for me. Judy's group is a Facebook group. Then the next one I have is My Heart Beats True by Waxing Moon Designs. And this one it's on a piece of Heroic from Picture This Plus. And I did have it going where I was trying to touch it a little more often, but then it kind of fell by the wayside. Now I'm going to tell you that I chose to use the more subtle side. This is the back of the piece. You can see how much more the patterning all shows through. But it's a nice neutral linen with some red and blue streaks in it. And this one is in a snuggle because it's flannel with all the stars. Then I have Battle Hymn of the Republic from Little House. And this is what I have done. My birthday is coming up this Sunday. I am a July 3rd baby. So I always have enjoyed stitching a lot of patriotic things. It just makes me think of my childhood when we would go and watch fireworks displays. That's one of those summer fun prints. Then next was one I just saw and really, really liked. It's called Texas Wildflowers Mini Impressionisms #1 from Cross-Eyed Cat. I just like that. And I have an okay start. I was color completing, but I just haven't moved past that. You can tell that I have not ironed my projects. I just pulled them out to get this WIP parade made as quickly as I could so that I can get on with some other things. And this project is housed in one of the test sleeves that I made before we really got going with Love You More. So it's in this cute owl fabric bag. I love this thing. The owls were just so fun and silly. Next up is my birthday start from last year, and it's called Button Posies Pin Keep and Scissor Weight from the Scarlet House. I love that. And I am this far on it. This is a piece of 36 count fabric from my stash, and I was just trying out using one strand or two strands depending on what I was doing. So for the border around, I only used one strand, but for the birds, I used two. I wanted a little better coverage. The bag I have this in is this cute cat bag, and I bought this from Crafty Cat Stitcher on Etsy. She also has a floss tube under this name, and I just thought it was such a cute bag that I had to have it. Then I have from Shepherd's Bush, My Home Sweet Home. I love this one. Look at those crazy sheep. And this was one of my 22 for 22, so I do not have much in it. There is my teeny tiny little star right in the center. So that's one of those stripy sheep. And I put this one in a sleeve that we decided to call Stars and Stripes. It's part of the Tula Pink line that had come out. So we thought that was just a fun one. That is the end of my first bag. Now let me grab here the second group and I'll get some more. Okay, my next one up is Bayon Cat from Owl Forest Embroidery. This is one I've had in my stash for a long time, and I made a big start on it during my 22 for 22. That's it. So I will look forward to getting back to this and stitching on it some more. Next, I have what was another birthday start, although I can't tell you how long ago. Flowers of Rose Hall. I'm doing the big sampler. And this one, I have this beautiful piece of fabric, and it is going to come out to be within about an inch of the side. But I couldn't resist because it was just so perfect. I have another piece the same size. So I started right in the center from the bottom. I'm a bottom right starter, but to make sure that I really got this centered, I just folded it in half, found the center, and counted up and started from there. This is in one of the sleeves that I just loved. We did this one, look at all that. We did this two ways with either this as the outside or the one inside. Let me see if I can get you the other side of it. Looks almost the same, but it went into orangey colors. It was just gorgeous, gorgeous fabric, and we couldn't decide which one we liked better. That happens sometimes, and so we'll just make them insides and outsides. The next one I started for Keisha's baby shower sal, and I did it because there is an option to change the little dogs down here to sheep. And so I'm doing samplers from the Scarlet House. So the little dogs right here can be changed to sheep, and that was one of the things we needed to have sheep on our piece. This is my big start. And I would love to get back to this one. I put this in one of our many bee sleeves. Katie and I seem to really love all the bee fabric. And there was a whole line of this fabric, so we just loved it. See all the foiling on it? Then when I waited a long, long, long time and just couldn't fit it into my schedule, so I chose it for 22 for 22, is the red and the black from Prairie Moon. This is an old one. I have this on a piece of, the tag's right here, 32 count Days Gone By from Silk Weaver. I love how this looks. I think it'll give just the right look for this pretty sampler. And I have this in this fun sleeve. Don't you love that? Just a couple more to go. The next one I have is Green on Green from Rosewood Manor. I love this one. It is so gorgeous. And I have a piece of just green linen from Witchelt. And I've made some pretty good progress on this one. I am this far. But this little sampler up here was kind of fun because you just put in some different stitches to make that, and then it's part of the whole thing. I'm saving the alphabet for last. We'll see if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm getting close to it. And this one, I always know what the project is because I am keeping this in a project bag from Judy, and it's my frog bag. And then I have one more project. This is one that I got inspired to stitch because of Janet Jabber. I bet she got a lot of us. It's One Nation by Bygone Stitches. I really like this one a lot. And I have just barely started setting it up. So I'm up here at the top. You'll see that I have a clip up there, one of the quilting clips. I do that sometimes just to mark where the top is. If you get some of those projects that it's hard to just figure out where you are, that's a good way to keep track of it for you. But it will be a pretty good big piece. I just love the fabric on this one. It's so pretty. And I can't wait to get back to this. I think once I get some of the outline set up that I'll be able to do Janet's plan where she pulled it out every week and stitched one state and one star and then see if I can get it done. So that may be a goal this month to get more of that framework set up so that I can start on the monthly or the weekly stars and stripes. Look at my buddy who decided to come up. He's just feeling lonely this morning. This is Tiger. And that is it for my July WIPs. So please let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite. What would you like to see me make good progress on this month? Because I will have some retreat time where I'll be stitching quite a bit. And I will be able to pull some pieces out on days where I have a little more time. Maybe I'll pull the ones out that you guys like the best on the days where I have a little extra time. So thank you for joining me and can't wait to see your comments. Bye.